And a welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Now, we're going to start off this segment with some very exciting local football news because we had a guy here from San Bernardino that heard his name called during the NFL draft. We are talking about former Aquinas star Francisco Mauigoa. Now, Francisco, at the time when he played for the Falcons, he was actually the quarterback of Aquinas, and he led them to a CIF Southern Section Division V championship. In fact, the Falcons went all the way to a state title game where they played Clayton Valley in the finals and came up just a little bit short, but it was still a huge year for Francisco Mauigoa and the Falcons, again winning a CIF championship. He went on to play at Washington State University and then transferred to the University of Miami. Now, he played on both sides of the football for Aquinas, although he really made his mark playing quarterback. But when he got to the college level, he was a defender. He played linebacker. And out of Miami, he was one of the top linebackers in the draft, and he was selected in the 5th round by the New York Jets. So congratulations again to Francisco Mauigoa on being selected in the NFL draft by the Jets. His younger brother, Francis, who also played a season at Aquinas, he's probably going to be picked in the NFL draft very soon as well. So congratulations to Francisco Mauigoa. All right, other local football news, and this is actually has to do with all the sports in the Mountain Valley League, but when you talk about specifically for football, the Citrus Belt area athletic directors got together for their annual meeting where they vote on if they want to re-league the local teams here. Now, there was a proposal on the table that would have created an all-football conference with all the teams in the Citrus Belt area from San Bernardino all the way down to Temecula. That's a lot of schools, about 90 schools in all. Well, that proposal did not pass, so there will not be an all-football conference, but there will be a change coming, not this fall, but the following fall in 2026. The Mountain Valley League will be merging with the River Valley League. Now, there's some schools in the River Valley League that used to be in the Mountain Valley League, so it'll look very, very similar to what we've seen the last couple of years, but they're coming together for a new River Mountain Conference. So we're talking about San Bernardino, Pacific, and A.B. Miller moving to this new conference. Indian Springs, meanwhile, will move to the Arrowhead Athletic Conference. If you can't keep up with all that, well, here's a fancy graphic that explains it all. So the River Valley League and Mountain Valley League in 2026 will merge to create a new River Mountain Conference. It will also include Big Bear. Big Bear will join the mix, and Indian Springs will be moving out of the Mountain Valley League after next year, and they will be in the Arrowhead Athletic Conference with San Gorgonio and Arroyo Valley. So a lot of moving and shaking, not this coming year, but the following year in 2026, 2027. And again, this is for all sports, not just football. This is for all sports. So keep an eye on that. That was the big news coming out of the Citrus Belt area athletic director meetings. All right, shout out to San Gorgonio football star and track star, Deron Tyson. He won the 100 meters in his race at the Mount Sac Relays. This is the second consecutive season that a San Gorgonio runner has won the 100 meters. Last year was Javen Sawyer. This year, Deron Tyson, the football star, will be going to Utah Tech and also trying to finish out a great track and field season. Deron Tyson and San Gorgonio will be hosting the Arrowhead Athletic Conference track and field finals this week at San G. So best of luck to Deron and the rest of the athletes competing. And a shout out to Ana Barajas right there, the I Am Gifted Athlete of the Month, along with Gavin Garcia from the Cajon baseball team. Anna's a softball star for San Gorgonio, and she got presented her award by Mike Aragon, the former Pacific head football coach who is now helping out Alexander Madison distribute the awards each and every month to our local athletes. So there is Ana Barajas receiving her award from Coach Aragon, and he's going to be making the rounds along with Alex to our local athletes to make sure that they get these special awards that they earned as the I Am Gifted Athletes of the Month. All right, and finally here in this segment, we did, the best for last, maybe you could say, because this is a big-time softball game between Arroyo Valley and Notre Dame. The Hawks right now are still very much in the mix for the Skyline League Championship. They've got a big game coming up with Fontana High School. But first things first, you got to take care of business. And they did that as they went on the road to Notre Dame at historic Shamel Park. Let's check in with the Hawks. And it was Mariana Barlow in the circle for the Hawks. And how about Tania Uribe? The great catch out there in center field. And nice defense there to back up Barlow. Barlow doing her thing in the circle. Oh, great pitch there for the swinging strikeout. And Barlow's going to say, take that, rewind it back. Another swinging K right there. She went 5 innings with 10 strikeouts in this game. What a game for Barlow. So now, Arroyo Valley trying to back up Barlow's performance with some offense. Amy Mendoza all the way to the fence, and she's going to trot into third with a stand-up triple. Coach is like, I've got an idea. Jalen Casillas is coming up to bat. Why don't we just knock in Mendoza from third and add another run to that scoreboard? What a good idea. Casillas goes opposite field, and that will drive in Mendoza. Casillas was 3 for 5 with 4 RBI in this game. As a team, Arroyo Valley pounded out 20 hits against Notre Dame as they would win this one 11-2. Mendoza was 4 for 5 with 3 runs. Sienna Atalano 4 for 4, including that base hit there for Arroyo Valley. That was a big win for them on the road against Notre Dame. And as we mentioned, big game coming up against Fontana High School, which will have major Skyline League Championship implications. Arroyo Valley over Notre Dame 11-2. When we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG, we're going to hit the baseball diamond Cajon in a must-win game against Redlands as the Cowboys trying to stay in a playoff spot right now in the CBL. And Aquinas, one of the best teams in the state and the country, going up against their rival Arrowhead Christian. Highlights and interviews next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.